This video chart presentation of Takedown Entertainment Inc. brought to you by OTC Showcase. Takedown is a bulletin board listed company trading our ticker TKDN. Catch right off by this RSI. Looks like some momentum's coming into this play. Stock closed up over 29% yesterday, 250,000 shares traded. Candles have a look of a classic bottom play. It's an 8-month chart. Goes back to when Takedown really began trading last September. Peaked all the way at $1.35. Been on a steady downtrend since then. Looks like it's trying to find a bottom right here just over top of a penny. Take a quick run through some indicators. See the MACD trending right there around zero. Histogram bars are over top of zero. That tells me that the 12 EMA is riding on top of the 26. That's what a lot of technical traders will refer to as the fast line leading the slow line. Importantly, what I look for is for this uptrend in the MACD to continue and then for it to pop through zero. It's often referenced as breaking the money line. It's a bullish indication when the MACD can push over top of the zero mark. PPO also looks like it's trying to find a bottom. Dropped a bullish cross there a couple weeks ago. ADX is down very low. When I see that level around 10, I start to look for a bounce or a reversal for a technical correction. Positive and negative DIs are given a pretty neutral reading at this point. MFIs, very solid, strong uptrend over the last couple weeks. That's a good look. Accumulation distribution and shaking money flow are also showing that there's buying pressure in this stock. AD held a baseline there for a couple months. Now more recently putting together a little bit of an uptrend. That's also reflected in shaking money flow, which is broken through back into the green, back above zero. That tells me that buying pressure has now overcome selling pressure over the last 20 periods. CCI, strong move, back away from negative 100. Per definition, the buy point was the break of 100, and it would be a hold until it breaks back down through 100. And even on the one-day retrace it had, held that key mark, and now turned back upward. Full stow, which is also a measure of momentum, very nice uptrend. And importantly, broken through that key level of 50. This chart was really giving some hints that some upward movement may be coming. See the momentum shift back here early on in March, came out of oversold, really started building, pushed through the upper half of the indicator. That's very bullish. Momentum traders would look for this break at 80 to show that there's really some strong momentum. And what I always look for is in any sort of pullback, hold over top of 50. Tricks, it's a lagging indicator, but it's even dropped a bullish cross. It looks like it's trying to find a bottom as well. RSIs, again, a long-term uptrend, but importantly, in the more near term, putting together a little bit stronger of a channel, making some higher highs and higher lows. 7 is now pushed through to the upper half. 14 and 21 are right at that point. It's simply reiterating the idea that momentum is coming into this play. Candles have a nice look of a bottom play. You put a very bottom support there at 0.125. But more importantly, I look into this area right there around 0.2. Any sort of pullbacks from this point keeps a relatively close stop loss. That's a pretty firm area of support. Also, what I see is that yesterday's upward pressure pushed through a resistance point at 0.22. Stock was kind of stuck in a channel through there for the better part of March and into April. Had a nice up day last Friday trying to break out, but gave it right back on Monday, and then came back yesterday and took on some more buying pressure. So while there's a nice support there at 2, in a perfect world, it would hold that 0.22 mark in classic TA fashion, have that resistance show up as support, make the higher low, and then see if it can try and take out a little bit of resistance right there around 2.8, runs right up to around 3 cents, because it'll meet some secondary resistance there, and then a little bit more through around the 3.3, and then some more at the 50-day moving average. Is dynamic right there around 4 cents, but I don't see heavy resistance coming into this play from a static standpoint until all the way up there at 6 cents. Obviously, that's a huge move from where it is. It's more than a double, so there is a substantial upside. But importantly, it could be signaling that this is a true bottom for TKDN. I'd pay attention to volume to pick back up. As I mentioned early on, 250,000 shares traded. That's actually a little bit more than normal, slight uptick from the day before. But I'd feel even more confident if volume could come pouring in for it to blow through this little bit of resistance in this 50-day moving average. And in that case, if it does move up, when it finally does take on some profit taking, which it inevitably would do on that sort of a move, I just look again for a higher low to be made, new support level to be held, a little bit of a consolidation, and then perhaps another run at that resistance, because that resistance at 6 cents, right up to 7 cents, I'd imagine is going to be pretty stout. But any sort of upward pressure could take these longer-term indicators, truly push them into bull chart territory, and reinforce the idea of a potential overall reversal in the chart. Those are the type of things that I'd be looking for in TKDN. But as always, this is merely my interpretation of the chart. I'm not a financial consultant and strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit OTCShowcase.com to view the full disclaimer disclosure. and do not base any investment decisions upon any material found on the website and/or video chart. No person employed by OTC Showcase is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching and trade smart.